to move quickly along, we're going to bring Jeff Peoples up, and Jeff's got some comments. Jeff is an old friend of mine from our days in Massachusetts. Jeff, welcome. And Jeff is well known to this industry, having started in
1989, we published the first electronic domestic
in the mail business, and he created the first electronic DMM. And so he knows postal inside out and knows it from the details, but he's also got a lot of vision. And I just would like Jeff to share his perspective from that side to understand where we are for the Postal Service, but also as a devotee of Peter Diamandis and Abundance 360 and other Silicon Valley guys, friends of John's. Share what you're thinking, and then we're going to talk, okay?
Great, great. There's one thing I know about you and love about you, that you're here. And I've invested a huge amount of money and time to learn about this industry and grow with exponential changes, and you are investing your time and money to be here, and that says a lot about you, and we in the industry need you to participate. This is not it's daring, sharing, and caring. It's really critical that we all collaborate, that we create a better vision for the postal industry for all of us to survive and thrive. Exponentially growing technologies are changing all of our lives. Right now, it's happening at a faster and faster rate. And I was introduced to Peter Diamandis back in 2012 when he was creating the first Abundance 360 conference. And Peter has been talking about abundance and the future is better than you think for years, and I've just been getting deeper and deeper into this because technological change is changing all of us and all of our industries faster and faster. I'm going to play hopefully this will work, let's just see. This is just the introduction of the first few minutes of a 3-day conference that I just attended.
Entrepreneurs are hardwired to solve problems. In the early days, mankind's biggest challenge was staying alive. We discovered fire, invented tools, and worked together to stalk prey. We hunted whales to light the dark nights, ravaged mountainsides for coal, drilled to liberate oil. Our challenges and our tools have evolved. Early hominids' hammerstones are now complex autonomous machines. Technologies with unprecedented power, artificial intelligence, robotics, synthetic biology are better, faster, cheaper, and easier to use each day. And the biggest, most disruptive changes are still ahead. Our 25-year Abundance 360 journey is a countdown to technological singularity, the point at which change is so rapid that we cannot predict what happens next. Every step closer to the singularity will profoundly impact our lives, communities, industries, and the planet. We're already experiencing a fraction of this change. With services like Google and Baidu, every smartphone user has more access to information than the heads of nations did just 20 years ago. We can each spin up 1,000 processor cores on the cloud in moments, crowdfund a multi-million-dollar business with thousands of global supporters, launch an ICO to fund a moonshot, speak and understand 100 languages through real-time translation software. And this is just with today's technology. In 2018, we will witness quantum supremacy, a demonstration of quantum computing that classical supercomputers cannot simulate. By 2020, we'll see 100 gigabit connection speeds on 5G networks. We'll take flight in autonomous aerial taxis, and an army of AI agents will facilitate your every action. A decade into our Abundance 360 journey, the first private missions will take off for Mars. On Earth, over 10 million drone flights will take place each day. as Hyperloop carries passengers faster than commercial jets. By 2028, car ownership is dead, and autonomous fleets of electric cars will chauffeur us to our destinations. Solar and wind now generate 100% of all new energy production, pricing below 1 cent per kilowatt hour. By 2032, AI will outperform human intelligence, and medical nanorobots will travel through our bloodstream, curing cancer. Finally, by 2036, we'll have connected the human cortex to the cloud, and everyday life will be nearly unrecognizable to those of us here in 2018. With change comes challenge and tremendous opportunity. How will you respond?
So, thanks to those of the folks, Marissa Brassford and Peter Diamandis, who nicely gave me that presentation. And this is something that I've been studying for years, and I will tell you that it's very difficult for us to use our wetware to think anything but local and linearly. That whole presentation, and by the way, if you want to see the details of every prediction for the next few years, there's a newsletter out front that gives you the year and what will happen. And the reason I do that is so that you guys can see that this is 89% accurate, and it's based all on this chart right here, which is the price performance for computing. What you have to understand, that's a logarithmic scale. For $1,000, what you get since 1900 to 2010 has been growing very consistently through multiple paradigms, and it's not going to change. It doesn't change when there's a world war. It doesn't change when there's depression. It doesn't change when there's a recession. It doesn't matter what politics you're involved with. This is changing, and it will change rapidly. It doesn't matter what country any country does. So this is beyond the power of any country. And the future will probably be better than you think, but it'll be probably quite different than you think. So on this slide, just know that we're going through electromechanical computing to relays, to vacuum tubes, to transistors, to integrated circuits, to now what we're talking about is the quantum computing. Google has clearly stated that quantum computing is going to be quantum supremacy this year, which means that the best, most powerful, hugest supercomputers of today will be dwarfed by the end of this year in being able to do calculations. Now, whether it's this year or the beginning of next year, it doesn't really matter. This is just a whole nother level of technological change that's going to come. And yes, in the beginning, a lot of these things are very deceptive and they're disappointing, and just worried about Wi-Fi today. I understand that there are a lot of problems, but we are going to be seeing that change is happening, and the singularity that we talk about is when change is happening so rapidly that we actually can't predict the future. It's happening, as John had fantastic slides and fantastic presentations, that we're all going to have to figure out ways that we can shift everything that is possibly done better by computers, or what could be done better by computers within the next 6 months or 12 months, to being able to do it by computers, because human labor keeps going up in price and the price performance of computing keeps going down. So what that means is that if you're not shifting things that can be done by computing systems to computing systems, you are letting yourself get further and further behind. And you're also not allowing people to step up to what I call their next level of greatness. Because if you allow people to do things that can be done better by machines, you're not actually giving them the time and money freedom to be able to evolve themselves. So what I'm looking to do is make it so that people can evolve and get to your next level, because you'll never do it if you're doing things that can be done better by machines. So really, on your companies, in every place you can, move things. And as John just said, you got to look out for 6 months or a year what can be done, because it'll take you a little bit of time to move these systems over. So it is all about daring, sharing, caring. How can we evolve so that we are doing what we can do best? Humans do things like collaborate. We care. Computing systems don't care. So as we can evolve and get things to computing systems so we have that time and money freedom, we can do what we can do best. So buckle up and get ready to participate in the ride of our lives, because exponential change is here now. Thank you.